everybody, it is Calxiyn here today. So, in our RWBY Chibi episode that we uploaded today, you may have noticed that we talked about a RWBY Visual Dream Daddy Simulator.
Yes.
So today we are going to talk about, all of the male RWBY characters.
That we would, like, what are, like,
Yeah.
RWBY remnant mommy spelled
But,
M-O-M-I
the phone that I currently have this stuff on is dying, so Hunter may need to, give me his phone in a minute. But that's okay. So we're gonna focus on the older RWBY characters, by the way, like, just as a heads up. I look at male RWBY characters and it still gives me the girls, but, like, that's fine. It's okay. So let's start with everyone's fan favorite, Crow. Crow is really what started this. Crow and Taeyang.
Yeah,
because they acted really gay in
they
the
were gay
thingy.
dads.
And so, yes. So, this is what started it all. So, there's a character in Dream Daddy that looks almost suspiciously like Crow that is also an alcoholic. And so, I question, but at the same time, it probably wasn't intentional, so never mind. What do you think Crow's story arc would be? We haven't finished Dream Daddy yet, but I know enough about it that where the story arcs kind of go. So let me give you an example, okay? That blonde guy is a cult leader and has a demon thing under his basement.
That happens?
Yes.
Like, that's actually
that's the canon reason.
I
is a cult person.
I suspected that much when I saw him.
And that's why they say don't go with Joseph, he's a cult leader in my comments of the videos.
I think that's a really good reason to get with someone, but I digress.
And so the arcs kind of go, you go on a couple dates and, like, stuff happens. Like, that's kind of it. Like, it's not really, like, too intensive storytelling. And so how would you want to make... I've played other visual novels too, so I guess I have the experience in this, but I would prefer something like Seduce Me that is fully voice acted by Vic. Who's Vic? All of the voices would be Vic.
I will voice Glinda.
Glinda's in the mommy episode. We're not talking about that right now.
I would voice Glinda.
Okay, so in the case of, like, Crow, Vic would still voice him, and I feel like it would have a Seduce Me-like story arc where there is a plot. All the dad characters are involved in the plot like Seduce Me was. Seduce Me, if you guys don't know, basically it's 5 brothers, they're demons, and people are chasing after them and trying to kill them in the end.
Because
and so
Japan.
It's not a Japanese visual novel.
Never mind.
So the way that you get the boys' affection is that, say there's a party in the middle of the visual novel, so you gotta set up for this fucking party. And so, during this party... Don't play with Ren! Okay, Hunter's been playing with Ren for, like, all the videos we recorded today, and he's having, like, a seizure. Anyways, so, we're not talking about Ren in this video, by the way, we're looking for the older males. The older RWBY males. The dads. So, here's how it would go. So, in my mind, plot would happen, or something. I don't know what the plot is yet, okay, we didn't get that far. But in Seduce Me, in the party sequence, you can pick go help in the garden, go help in the kitchen, and if you know enough about the guys, where you go will take you to a certain place. And so if you click, like, go in the library, the bookworm is in there, and you can interact with him and talk with him, and that is how you get romantically close enough to him to seduce him, as the title says. And so in Dream Daddy, in our RWBY Dream Daddy, I would kind of want it to be like that. I would want an interconnecting plot with all the RWBY dads somehow, and then have you go to certain options so you could explore their backstory. And so with Crow, like, you could, you may want to, like, stay up, and, like, have a drink for some reason, and Crow's just there also having a drink, because in Seduce Me, for example, you're all in the same house because the demon boys think that the house is empty, and so they break in with it, and because people are trying to kill them, the main character's just like, you can stay here, it's okay.
Because, you know, who doesn't want to get involved with demons?
So all the RWBY characters could stay in one house, and so you could be like, I'm gonna go get a drink as one of the options, and then Crow is there drinking, and you talk to him, and you get to interact with him. And I feel like part of his story would be Summer dying. Like, I feel like that's kind of a necessary element of his character, that is kind of... Because all the boys have some kind of secret in Seduce Me, and so again, for Damien, he has the power to read minds, but he also has some scary mind control bullshit. So that's his thing, right? And then I think for the other one of the characters, it's that, like, he killed his mom or something, and, like, so I feel like for Crow's dark secret that happens before you seduce him, it needs to be something about Summer.
Also with Crow, like, what we saw
This
is that
is gonna be a very long
the
video.
guy that looked kind of like Crow, we went up to him and then, like, immediately banged him within, like, 15 minutes
I feel
of
like
playing.
that would happen
I
too.
feel like that would happen with Crow.
So it's Seduce Me, like 15 minutes in, you get the little title card on Steam saying you seduced Crow. But anyway, moving on from Crow, that's my idea for him, is to kind of like, he would be kind of the fun dad, because out of the boys, they're all kind of anime tropes. So one's the smart one, one's the little kid, one's the quiet but like intelligent one, one's the flirt, and then one's the like, yo, don't talk to my girl like that, like whatever personality type that is. So I feel like Crow would be a mix of like the flirty one, but he would also be the tough guy, right? Because I feel like he'd be the tough guy more than anything. Let's move on to Ozpin though. I see Ozpin as that kind of not big brother, sorry, the intelligent one, who is just happens to be the oldest in Seduce Me. So he'd be the intelligent character, and so you'd have intelligent conversation with him. And so in Seduce Me, if you pick certain dialogue options, the boys will like you more. So if you pick more of the intelligent dialogue options, Ozpin would appreciate you more, right? If you pick more of the brash options, Crow would like you more, because as we see in that RWBY short that inspired this video, Crow is somebody who is like, I gotta admire their spunk though. You know, so if you pick dialogue options similar to that, that is what would happen in my head. As for Ozpin though, again, I think his dark secret would be that he fucked everything up. Like, you know, in his past.
I thought you
right?
said fucked everything, like he got
No.
around.
Like, he made mistakes, right? Because that's the whole part of his character, is that he's made mistakes more than everyone. And so that would be his big dark secret before you fuck him, is that would be it.
Is that how sex works, Cal?
Yeah.
Do I
I
need
don't
to
know,
learn
that's
something?
how it happens in the game. It's that you get their dark secret, and then you're like, no, I love you anyway. And then something else happens with the totally, when the people come to attack them or something, you defend them or something like that. You defend the character or whatever, and because you love them now that you know this dark secret about them, and then you sleep with them. You can pick Hold Me or Seduce Me, so you don't need to go into the... Anyway, this is like a Dream Daddy Seduce Me hybrid. I didn't expect to talk about Seduce Me that much, but yeah, I feel like that would be Ozpin's like dark secret. Now, Taeyang is more of like the little brother, but also kind of the flirty one to an extent. Like, he's kind of a mix of those two character tropes. But I feel like Taeyang would also have issues because of Raven, and that's what I would want his kind of darkish secret to be. And like, I would want his interactions that if you make a pun, you get more points with Taeyang, and then you lose points with Crow because Crow's just so tired. And so yeah, I see Tai as like that. You know, that is how you win and get to his heart, and his dark secret would have to be surrounding Raven, because Raven has broken him into little tiny pieces. And so maybe Tai would be kind of cheesy and be like, I never thought that I could love again, but now you're here, sort of thing. And that could be his leading up to you getting to sleep with him sort of situation. I'm losing my voice here, so oh boy. I don't know if Adam is old enough for this, so let's just...
Oh, I see Adam as being pretty old.
Adam would be the like, yo, why you talking to my girl like that? You know, he would be that character in Seduce Me. I think his name's Max. It's that character. Matthew. No? It's Matt or something. I don't know. He's the green one. He's the green boy. Sam. His name is Sam. I don't know why I said Max. But yeah, so anyway... I could see Adam as being that kind of, like, bad boy type, but then on the inside there's something, like, wrong with him, because that's kind of what Sam from Seduce Me is. Like, acts like a tough guy, but then you work your way into his heart. I played a lot of Seduce Me on this channel,
to get that impression.
I know. It was a very popular series of mine, actually. So I feel like that would be Adam's kind of role in all this, and he would be more of the troublemaker, but also, like, not as much of a troublemaker as Crow. I feel like Arthur, like Watts, that's his name is Watts. I feel like he would fall into more of the Ozpin, like the intelligent one, but he'd also be kind of like brash and cocky and everything. And so when you get into his story, you find out that that's also a front, you know what I mean? Yeah, something like that. As for, who else do we have to talk about? Oobleck? Oobleck, I feel like, doesn't even have a dark secret. I feel like Oobleck would just want to have fun with you and hang out with you. No, seriously, I feel like if you, like, valued certain stuff that Oobleck does, like history and relics, and, like, if you don't learn from your history, you'll make mistakes sort of thing. Like, if you pick dialogue options that reflect that for you, then Oobleck will like you more, and he'll want to, you know, he'll want some of it. But
God,
the thing with
imagine what he
Oobleck
would be like.
is that
Ugh.
Oobleck also has a past history with port. And so if you like the dialogue options that allude to port, I guess, that are the ones that you're supposed to pick to get port to like you,
He
won't go out with you anymore, basically. Like, after you pick so many port dialogue options, like, there won't be a chance. Because in Seduce Me, like, it's a totaled number, but say you pick three Matthew ones, but you really want James, you can still get James. Like, you can still do it. Like, it won't be a perfect ending, technically, because you didn't pick all the same ones, but, like, you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be fine. So I feel like port, there should be some kind of rivalry there, that if you answer the port dialogue options, Oobleck won't like you, because Oobleck and port had a past history. Is this getting too spicy for you?
It is pretty spicy and also pretty gay.
I know.
Which is great.
In Dream Daddy, there is a curvy Dream Daddy, and I feel like that's where Gira goes in that category of being the big, strong, manly man guy, but also like sincere and everything. What's his name again? Brian. In Dream Daddy, the bigger guy. I don't
and you
know
play
the appropriate.
Pokemon about their daughters.
Yeah, it's hilarious. So yeah, I feel like Gira would be kind of most like Brian, I guess, like this like jolly, fun-loving sort of like guy, but also has like a serious inside, and like his dark secret could be to do with the White Fang, that he feels like kind of bad for starting it up because now that he's not doing it anymore, it's not what it used to be, sort of thing, and he looks at Adam for that. And so that could also be another conflicting dialogue option, that if you agree with Adam about certain things relating to the fauna stuff, Gira will disagree with you, and so Gira then will not go out with you, or vice versa. Hazel is a quiet, so more like Damien. That was my favorite when I played Seduce Me. So Damien is the quiet one that I talked about that earlier, and so Hazel is the quiet one, but he's also kind of the burly manly man one, but he's like the silent burly manly man.
The quiet burly
I don't know what Hazel's secret would be. We haven't seen enough about him, but I feel like it would also be something similar where he killed a bunch of people and he feels bad. I don't know. With the newer characters, it's hard. Like, with Watts, you can kind of see where they may be going with him, is that he's this cocky guy that thinks, like, he's the shit, but inside, like, he's just kind of mad that Cinder stole, like, his spot of praise and everything, and that Cinder's affection, and...
Salem's affection.
Yeah. So, that's... Did I say Cinder or Salem?
You said Cinder.
Okay.
I'm really digging
You're
this.
excited? I know! I'm so excited! Okay.
Also, this is like the most work you've put in a video in a while. Like,
I mean, I don't have anything written down. I'm just making it up as I go. So work is subjective, but like, it's okay. Jacques. Okay? Jacques is like, there has to be one dick, okay?
Papa Schnee.
There has to be one dick in like every anime trope. He's it, okay? I don't know what you'll find on the inside of Papa Schnee. Like, maybe like he abuses Weiss, and like statistically people that are abused are more likely to abuse their children, so maybe that's his thing. And so he's afraid of letting people get close to him, and so he treats people like shit because he doesn't want anybody around him, sort of thing. Like something that, I don't know, that explains his behavior, I guess. Also, I forgot about the daughters part of this. All the Dream Daddies have a daughter. We screwed with that. They're gone. It's okay.
Well, I mean, most of these guys do have daughters to an extent.
Also, wouldn't you want this to be
like Adam would have Ilya, Gira, Blake, Papa Schnee,
Weiss,
Crow, Ruby,
I know, but I'm
possibly.
saying that I screwed off that idea of them being involved in the game. Like, that's gone now. It's okay. It's gone.
But they're there, like...
Yeah, they exist. I'm just saying that they're not forefront in the plot of what's going on, which I haven't figured out yet. But that's okay. Well, I feel like... I'll explain in a minute. So yeah, that would be Jacques. Then you have Ironwood. Ironwood obviously has that half of his body's been torn off. Like, he's seen some shit, and so I feel like that would be
been on front lines.
Yeah. I feel like that would be, like, the thing that you find out about him. Like, you're trying to get all sexy with him, but then, like, you take his shirt off and, like, he's half, like, severed. You know, like, you know what I mean?
He's recently bisected.
Exactly, and so he'd be like, you can't love me like this. I'm like, my heart's not even real anymore. I don't know what what side his heart is on, but it may not be real if it's the robot side. Like, something like that.
What do you think his, like, dick would be?
Okay, I don't want to talk about
he's
that.
a robot, and he's kind of down the middle, you know?
Just...
So, it's a possibility. Because, like, look, it's a dating game. Like, this is gonna happen.
Honorary mentions, Roman. I feel like he's not dad enough to be in here, but we'll mention him anyway.
He's not dad enough.
I don't know, like, he could be a fun dad, but I don't know what his story would be.
It could be, like, his hard-scrabble life, you know?
And Oobleck and Port don't have daughters, which is... It's okay, though. I want them in there anyway. Torchwick just seems too young for me. Like... If you can ship them with RWBY, they're probably too old. If you can't ship them with RWBY, they're probably too old.
Look, I've seen all kinds of... I've seen, like, Ozpin and RWBY together.
I don't care. I don't care about that. Ew. Okay.
But, you know...
But with Torchwick, it could be that he adopted Neo and everything, and that could kind of be his thing, is that, like, he is a criminal, like, he's still a criminal within the visual novel, like, he's still a hardened criminal person, but he really loves Neo, and that's kind of what drives you to fall in love with him, is that you kind of, even though he's not the greatest, like, person, morally, kind of, like, he still loves his family and will do anything for them. I feel like that's nice. Because, you know, when Neo gets blown off the thing, he yells for her, right? He yells Neo, and he's really afraid for her and her safety and everything, right?
This is true.
And so I feel like that is the kind of person he is that we never got to see. Other honorable mentions, Calxiyn. I know he's not a dad, but I feel like we should add him anyway. He has a great personality, cute. And then his
he has a great personality.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was gonna say. And then his secret is that he has multiple personalities, right? Which it doesn't. Yeah. So I thought that would be interesting. And last but not least, our last honorable mention is Merlot from this game, actually.
Merlot.
The okay, whatever. I don't speak French. Go away. I feel like that would be interesting to see a crazy scientist character that isn't Oobleck. That is kind of the opposite of Oobleck and wants to experiment on the Grimm and like and so that would kind of be his secret thingy that we talked about earlier, because apparently you gotta have a deep secret before you screw each other. Except for Crow. You can screw him first and then screw him again after he reveals the dark secret.
And you just continue to screw him.
Exactly. And so for Crow, I feel like, for Merlot, I feel like that his thing is that he experimented on the Grimm and no one understands him, but if you pick certain dialogue options that reflect that you think his ideas are a good idea, then he will like you, and that's basically it. I feel like that's it. Yeah, that's all I had to say, you guys. This video was a bit longer than normal, but I'm pretty sure that's to be expected with the content that we're dealing with here. We are trying to basically make up a game and explain to you how it would work. If you want this game to happen,
you're looking at the wrong people.
Well, no. My Patreon goal reward for doing something like this is $3,000.
Oh, God.
We're at $160 right now.
Don't, like, because
it's okay.
Here's the thing, Cal. This is all fun when it's hypothetical. But if by some bizarre, unexplained force of nature, happenstance...
What if this video gets popular and we hit 3,000? What if that happens?
We end up getting $3,000 for a sustained amount of time.
Yeah.
Oh, by God. Like, we're gonna actually have to do this.
I know, and that's okay.
That's gonna be hard. I disagree.
Really. Hunter, you just gotta write it and then pay somebody else to do the art for what you wrote.
Yes, but, like, who do you know that's gonna... And I died.
Anybody! I don't know! Like, there are lots of artists.
I feel like you may be underballing.
It's okay, it's okay. Just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
Well,
okay.
I mean, please.
It's okay.
This is gonna be the first video, like, put us, like, if anything, maybe 2,999, but for the love of God, please, don't go over
I would love to make a visual novel, so don't listen to Hunter. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed, and look forward to the Dream Mommy version of this video when it comes out, so we'll see you later. Bye-bye!